Hello and welcome back to Anime UK, a British look at the world of anime. And we're here with my wonderful co-host Rebecca,
Heyo.
and we also got a special guest because I've been saying for years I get special guests, and I finally got a special guest. Special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name's Chris, better known as Spirit of the Stage at the convention scene. Nice to meet you guys.
Yes, I would say we have Christopher here. It's really awesome to actually have you. As you can see, we've actually got pictures of my co-host and Chris. You notice he's in his Cuphead cosplay. He was I've forgotten the name of the character.
King
King
Dice.
Dice.
King Dice. Why?
You know, the Dice Head's a clue.
The Dice Head. It was like the thing. I should have just said the word dice and I would have been halfway there. Chris did a really amazing King Dice cosplay at Minamicon, which we will actually be talking about in our second section today. As we're saying, today is an exciting day because it's almost the spring anime season. Woo! Of course, we better actually fully introduce our co-host, or not our guest, Chris, because Chris, I believe for a long time you were actually an anime reviewer. You actually wrote reviews.
Yes, I did get supply discs from a lot of UK companies, including Anime Limited, pre-pandemic. Worked for a company called the Fandom Post,
Cool.
which I still technically am. And my friend Dave from Name That Tune from Minamicon still actually does stuff for them as well.
Cool.
But yeah, not so much, unfortunately, due to pandemic. But
Okay.
I think I'm still in the books as things do change. So yes,
That's understandable. So we may be seeing more work from you in the future. Of course, we will. We'll keep our fans updated. Of course, hopefully Chris will be here quite a few times, depending how things go today. I don't upset him somehow today. Yes, and also Chris, I guess your earlier claim to fame. I'm going back to the 2000s here. Is Chris here actually got to the semi-finals of the first ever UK Pokemon Championship?
yes, that was a very long time ago, and unfortunately,
Yeah.
I got knocked out because my first Pokemon choice was bad against theirs, and I got eliminated.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll probably hopefully do a Pokemon episode one day, and we'll hopefully go into full details how your Jinx missed the penalty to cost you your semi-final.
It was Gyarados.
Gyarados missed that. Gyarados Southgate it. Gyarados.
You big amazing dragon, you.
Oh well. But I mean, no, that must have been just an amazing. I mean, I was actually lucky enough to be attending that day just as a spectator. And yeah, I mean that was. But I think we've got to do a Pokemon, sort of like a Pokemon episode one day. Would you be interested in that as well, Rebecca?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to give much except getting better pulls than you in Pokemon.
Yeah. Right, so let's take a look at all the anime that is coming out this season. Of course, it is the spring 2000. I was about to say 2002, as that would give us 20 years ago. 2022. And I guess I'll start with you, Rebecca. What anime are you looking forward to the most?
Oh, this is a hot. All right.
Yeah, you know what's coming. You've been been hyping this up in the podcast. Now's your time to talk about it.
We've actually got. I'm going to talk a little bit about Spy X Family, which is a manga that was on Shonen Jump Plus, which is the online Shonen Jump app.
Yes, I'm just trying to find it.
Which, like in Japan, a lot of mangaka are now preferring to use Shonen Jump Plus because there's more freedom on the online app.
Yeah.
And like other notable titles that are popular include Kaiju Number 8, which has just got anime adaptation announced.
Yeah.
Chojin X, which is Tokyo Ghoul's mangaka's latest work.
Excellent.
And Chainsaw Man Part 2 will be there around the summer.
Cool. Oh, so Chainsaw Man's going to have more than one part, because that's another anime people are really hyped over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably think the second part will come up for the anime campers known as State of Mappa.
Yeah.
But Spy X Family is... Let me just read the synopsis.
You read it's not.
For an agent known as Twilight, no order is too tall if it is for the sake of peace. Operating as Crystallis' master spy, Twilight works tirelessly to prevent extremists from sparking a war with neighbouring country, Oceania. But for his latest mission, he must investigate a politician from the neighbouring country by an infiltration mission. Therefore, he has to build up a family unit.
Ah.
But here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
All his family unit
Yeah.
have like a special skill, and they don't know of each other's special skills.
I see.
Like the daughter has a special skill.
Ah.
The wife has a special skill, and they don't know any of it.
So they don't know. So I guess they're sleeper agents, you're saying. They don't quite know they're agents. They're like...
Yeah.
I can see from the poster, it's like it shows like a silhouette, and they're like all in different. The other two are in different outfits. In the is this looking interesting for you, Chris, as well? Are you thinking about
that one? Actually, was one of the ones like I had a good look at of the new series that's coming out. There's a couple of ongoing series that I'm going to be watching, or at least knowing of as well. But yeah, Spike's Family was the one that caught my eye instantly, just because of the very unique province of basically wife, husband, and child, all having special abilities for what is essentially a secret agency. And I mean, I kind of always like this type of like drama, or like give a bit of suspense on there. I mean, there's another series that catches my eye that's got that kind of like a similar vibe, which I'll talk about in a bit. But Spike's Family is definitely the one of the new series that catches my eye the most, and I'm pretty certain it has been announced for Crunchyroll.
Yes, it has.
Yes, so that one is more easily available now to basically watch as an easy option.
I just moved over to Crunchyroll this weekend. I've got rid of my Funimation account, and I'm actually quite enjoying it. Actually, I would say so far the apps actually work pretty well. They do have actually a lot of options. It was a bit annoying. I had to reset everything up to where I was on all my series. But practically so far, everything I'm watching that's currently out is currently on Crunchyroll. So that's been actually quite a painless move over, actually.
They're slowly adding a lot of stuff as well. Just over when Host Club just came on as well. For like the
they have...
they
have actually removed some shows, but I think that was Sentai.
They have, yes.
Sentai
yeah, but I think that's more Sentai in America.
Yeah.
And plus
Minamicon was one of them, and basically, that's owned by Sentai Filmworks, if I remember. So they are slowly going through the wish list they need to remove, so to speak.
Yeah. So that's interesting. But the weird thing is, Sentai films don't exist over here. I mean, it's always the thing people forget. In the United Kingdom, we have a whole different set of... I know now we have Crunchyroll, and America has Crunchyroll. We had Funimation. And we just go on about like how, like, since manga's gone, we kind of lost our identity.
And obviously, Sentai Filmworks was a subsidiary of what was known as ADV Films,
which
back
we
in the
did
day.
actually have an office.
The UK did have an ADV branch, like David, of course. But unfortunately, that also went the way, and kind of got intermixed with Funimation as well.
Yeah. Right. So let's look at another anime. So I think I can say Spy X Family is going to be a big hype series, a very big hype series. So as Rebecca's got the first one, Chris, what show are you looking forward to?
New series or ongoing series?
I guess start with a new one.
Okay, I've always been a fan of the traitor mechanics, obviously things like Among Us and games like that.
Yeah.
So there was a series last season, not last season, a couple of seasons ago, called Talentless Nana, which had that mix of traitor mechanic, hidden in there. Because I'm a fan of games like Danganronpa and things like that. So there's a series that caught my eye instantly called Tomodachi Game.
We were saying about it.
I was saying, I had this as my sort of wild card.
Yes, this is one that caught my eye, interestingly, because I've seen some anime. I think it was called King's Game, which I thought was a similar mechanic, but was very, very bad.
Yeah, King's Game was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad.
It's kind of the reverse of that. So it's called more of a friendship game, hence Tomodachi Game. So basically, the synopsis is it's basically a group of friends who are basically trying to sorting out some money, I believe it is. Yeah, gathered money, mystery gone missing. And it falls on two of the protagonist's friends, I think.
Mm-hmm.
The looks of things, yeah. And then it's called almost like a Saw style of like a mascot or Monokuma style from Danganronpa. And it's like the character's called Minamicon, character from I'm just reading the synopsis here, but a character from a controversial children's show has stopped airing due to its malicious content. He informs the group that one of them indirectly gathered them together in order to settle a large debt. They are to play a friendship game, a series of games that will test the strength of their bond and trust in each other. But the group's faith wavers due to growing number of secrets and betrayals, and Yuichi, the protagonist, I'm assuming, must figure out who of his friends he can actually trust and ultimately discover the identity of the traitor.
Mm-hmm.
So this whole mystery, a mechanic is always something I'm into. And I'm not as up to date on modern anime anymore, so I just can't look at the eye of what catches it at the moment.
Yeah.
And this is the one, apart from Spike's Family, that's caught my eye immediately because of that.
I will say the design of this weird sort of kid thing, that really does stand out, and I could easily see that becoming quite a, that spreading around the internet. It's
definitely a horror puppet type vibe.
That's a really...
With the popularity of stuff like Squid Game and Danganronpa, I would think it'd be quite popular if it's good.
The animation style seems very Death Note-ish as well, for the background. So it definitely has that vibe and could be interesting.
Yeah, that's what I
was who's trying to platinum end. It's kind of like maybe maybe not.
Platinum end's a bit terrible.
Yeah, I'm saying that what I sort of put down this as my wild card. I could see it. It's one of those things. It's either going to be one of those. It's either going to be good or it's going to be bad. And I think if it's good, I think it's going to be kind of one of those. It's kind of bad, good.
It's what I call a first DVD. So basically, when I say that, it's basically when they sold DVDs separately in the UK, it was always four episodes or 3 episodes a pop. Yeah. And it always gave you an idea if you wanted to continue the series. So you watch 3 or 4 episodes, and that's like your stopping point if you think you want to continue the series. So this is one of the series that will definitely get that type of a treatment from me.
Yeah, I definitely feel that it'll be a 4 episode. It will only have to make its thing. But I said I do just like the design of that weird, creepy kid thing. If anything comes from it, we got a cool meme to make. I'm sure someone's going to make a meme out of that. Watch it.
Probably you.
Probably me. Probably me. Do you want me to make that our new mascot or something?
Okay,
that or the head.
Crony, put that next to the crony head, and that'd just be my nightmare.
Nani the hell.
You're lucky you don't know about the crony head. You not. We're not lucky.
I think moving on in a swiftly direction might be...
Yeah, I think we need to move on. I'll do one now. I'll do the show I'm most excited for. And I know Rebecca's definitely I'm not sure about Chris. I don't think Chris even knows this show exists. And that will be Rising of the Shield Hero Season 2. How long have we bloody waited for this?
I have not seen it, though.
I really recommend it. Really would. It's really, really good. It's a really, really good show. As I said, we waited ages for bloody season 2 to come out. When did season 1 come out?
Spring 2019, but this was delayed by half a year due to production stuff.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Season 2. We were really hyped for this. I really enjoyed season 1. I mean, Rebecca's cosplay Retalia.
Yes.
Really good cosplay Retalia. She has a really good sword, and she let me hold it, and I haven't broken it yet.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like
there's a photo. I think you framed a photo of me hugging the tail.
Oh yeah, I'm hugging the tail, aren't I? I'm just like, this tail's so soft. Yeah, she had. Yeah. This is a joke that this is my gateway to becoming a furry.
We know you're a furry.
This is a running gag. I mean, it's more of our friend Sarah. She's like, Tim, you are just the most closet furry. I know.
It's funny you mentioned that as well, because I was talking with the same person you remember, and it was like I watched for the first time in years the Disney Robin Hood movie.
Yeah,
and I can see why people became furries from that movie now.
Yeah,
definitely.
As I said, I am Shield Hero. I know it's Nikkei series. I know they are overdone to death. But Shield Hero,
good Isekai series.
It's an amazing shit. I feel some of the stuff it deals with, it's really some really good allegory here. It's done really well. I know it's not for everyone. I'm sure people look at it and roll their eyes and just go, this is just another Isekai series. Fair enough. But as someone who does like Sword Art Online, to an extent, or certain Sword Art Online, I did actually really like.
Yes.
I really did like the reboot movie they just recently did. That actually fixed a lot.
I'm fan of certain bits of Sword Art Online.
I will admit there is some bad.
Rosario arc in particular.
Yeah. But this is a really good. This is what Sword Art wishes it could be. Like, Ratalia is my babe. It's just like, I'm really looking forward to seeing this new character they introduced at the end of the last series that he got put with. I want to see where her story goes. And I'm looking forward to seeing the other heroes again, because I feel like there's something up with them. I think there's going to be some. I have a theory on the twist, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
I've read some of them. I've read some of the manga, and like the story arc we're coming up to is pretty good. But I'm not going to spoil it because you want to watch it.
I know. There's an arc where there's like almost like a. I've seen Ratalia in a kimono, and I know that's coming up soon-ish. So I'm interested to see where that goes. But yeah. So I'm really looking forward to Shield Hero Season 2. I will hopefully be doing a live watch-along from Japanese TV, because I have actually been setting up some English subtitles, but Shield Hero is one of the only shows I won't be able to get English subtitles for. Now, I think for another show that I definitely know Chris is at least reading the manga of, and that is Komi-san Cannot Communicate Season 2.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix, but I've been recommending the manga so much. And in fact, you may remember this at the end of the Azumanga Daioh panel I did at the Minamicon. One of our friends actually mentioned that the lead character, Sakaki, is pretty much very similar to Komi. So a lot of fans of Azumanga would probably be into Komi Can't Communicate.
Yeah, it's interesting. We actually, as I posted that panel on YouTube, someone actually did comment about that, saying like whoever said that was absolutely correct. So you have a lot of people agreeing with you, Chris, on that one. Very interesting panel, by the way. If you've not seen it, please check out Anime UK, the Azumanga Daioh panel. I mean, I honestly got someone who I've only seen about 3 episodes of Azumanga Daioh. I did find
Traitor. Don't watch all of it.
I'm actually planning. It actually makes me want to do a review on it. I'm going to do an entire watch through. I think that
we
could
need
be
to get people watching Azumanga Daioh again.
I think it is, as Chris said in his panel, I do think it's actually a very important series, and it's just a very interesting look of what went well, what aged well, and what aged horribly, and luckily a lot more aged well than horribly. So, but I said,
talk about aged horribly.
Yeah, there's only very little things that I feel like aged horribly, and as you said, they kind of addressed it in the republication. I think
it's because it's a show that without it would a show like Komi exist nowadays. 20 years later.
I've recently been watching it because I've been locked in recently, and literally I watched a shit ton of it, and it was really, really good. I know I did a watch along for the first episode, but I know it was one of those shows I wanted to watch it most of it at once, and I've literally been hooked. I've literally been watching this, Orion, and Berserk, the original Berserk. Don't worry, I have not started on that god awful new Berserk yet.
What god awful new Berserk? There's no such thing as another Berserk.
There was only one season of Berserk. Okay, we're good.
Technically, did the OVAs count the season?
There is the movies.
Yeah, in the movies. There was movies of the Berserk, but it was never a second season. There was never a third.
But there was definitely not an attempt at a CG or a very badly animated version of them at all.
Oh god, no! I'm not looking forward to getting onto that, but I'm actually enjoying it. I know the TV series has a what the fuck ending, but I'm okay. I think I'm willing to watch it because it is that good. But as I said, Komi-san, I'm really enjoying it. The characters are really, really great. I do love the pink-haired the pink-haired friends, whose gender is I think. Najime, their gender is kind of left. They essentially, we don't fully know what their gender is. So I think that was cool to actually
Rajimi is basically the Hideyoshi of the series.
Yeah, I was about to say they reminded me so much of Hideyoshi, and I do like characters like that. It is good to have representation like that, and that was one of the things I did enjoy about the series. I do like how just the main character is the most boringest character ever, and they just go on and on about how boring he is. Like,
I don't know.
I know. And he's like, wow, I'm at this really cool school. And it's like, no, the reason he came here because everybody here has absolutely crazy personality and the school on purpose. So yeah, I'm actually really looking to the second season. I'm near the end of the first season. So that would be really happy. I'd be exciting to watch. Right. I think we need another one from Rebecca. Rebecca, what other shows are you looking forward to this season?
Ooh. I know what might be quite interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah.
Love Live Nijigasaki Season 2.
Oh, yes. That was another one.
I enjoyed the first season.
I'm really interested in how the animation style is extremely different in this one. I think the animation style looks better than the first season. It actually looks like they put more work. And it wasn't like the first season had horrible. I thought the art in the first season was actually quite nice. They come a long way from season 1 of the original Love Live.
Yeah, no.
Come on, some of those 3D, those 3D models, they were not good. But yeah, this is the second season. I actually really enjoyed the first season of this. I like the aspect that every episode went through practically every girl. And I did enjoy the whole Odaiba, because someone who actually been to Odaiba, it was nice to see Odaiba again. Especially the fact that I've been to most of those locations that they actually visit. Unfortunately, one of them's been knocked down or being redeveloped at the moment. It's this really nice mall that was literally shaped inside was like like Venice. And unfortunately, it's getting shut down, so that sucks. But it was nice that they were able to animate it and it can stay, we can look at it forever, how it was.
So I think one problem, like some of the original Love Live seasons, was some characters didn't get the right amount of focus.
No, Sunshine, did you even get an episode? In 2 seasons, did you really get an episode about her?
I don't know.
No, I really don't remember. Not that I hate you or anything. I just remember I think you was one of the least developed characters I think I've ever seen in an anime, which is a shame because I think she could have potentially. So Chris, have you seen this Love Life yet? Because I know you are a Love Life fan.
And to be honest, I kind of stopped watching Love Live after quite a while. I only kind of watched the first 2 seasons. I've been told the latest one is quite good.
Because
one's been put on the back burner for me for a while.
That's okay, because I can understand a lot of one series. You're gonna kind of get out over, because there's 2 flipping Love Life running at once. It was hard enough when there was 1. So I've enjoyed what I've seen of Superstar as well. I just haven't completed it yet. But it has a lot of a smaller cast and a bigger budget. It's on an HK in Japan, so that gets a lot more. But I'm looking forward to seeing where it go. What do you think about the 3 new girls, Rebecca?
I hear they're major foils.
Yeah. I know one of them is extremely unpopular in the fandom, so it'll be interesting to see if they can redeem her a bit. So I think that was some pieces of the fandom were a bit like, no, don't put the other girls in because it means pushing her in. And but yeah, it'll be interesting.
Love Live's still making loads of money in Japan, so it's going to be popular anyway, especially if they put stuff like concert ticket ballots in the Blu-rays.
Yeah, so
that's what sells the Blu-rays.
Yeah. Because in Japan the Blu-rays are ridiculous prices. They're like £100 for a Blu-ray of 3 episodes on it.
That's not really changed over 20 years, or has it really? The DVD sets, Blu-ray sets were extortionate compared to the box sets we got in the West. And I know sometimes they had limited editions and things like that, but the episode you could pay the same amount for a full Blu-ray set that you can for just one 4-episode thing that you can in Japan. So unfortunately, that's something that's always happened. I can't remember which company it was. This was quite a few years ago, but there was one company that tried to basically we're going to be as accurate to Japan as close as we can. I think they was doing like a lot of mecha releases.
Yeah.
And they basically released the prices something similar to Japanese prices, and was shocked that people rebelled against them because they were so used to what the prices are normally for like the sets and things like that. So
I mean,
that's not changed.
Yeah. Because I know sometimes like the complete season box sets are like £300. Like the equivalent would be like £300 over here. I presume. I mean, from what I remember, my friend in Japan telling me it was something to do. He said, I think it's very old school over there. The people who like run essentially the distribution still believe it's in the days of VHSs. Of course, back in the day of VHSs, all series would come out in about 4-episode tapes or 2-episode tapes, and that's how it was. And if you were lucky, you maybe got a release that was like 3 of them put into one like bigger box. Like you just didn't get complete series. Like The Simpsons never. I think it took them a really long time to release that as like a complete series. They always just used to do like 2 tapes with 2 totally random episodes on. So you'd pray that you'd get 2 good episodes on the tape. So yeah, that's an interesting look into the thing. Anything else anyone wants to add on to this new series of Love Live?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No. Right. Shall we move on to the next thing?
Can I just mention one other series, Tim?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I mean, what series do you want to talk about?
Yeah, no, it's fine. There was one I wanted to mention because you mentioned about good, isekai, and I recommend a very good isekai that is on season 3 coming in the spring, known as Descendants of a Bookworm. So this series is basically one of my favourites of the last couple of years, and it's basically an isekai series about a librarian who, of course, has died, ironically, by books.
Yeah.
And then gets transferred into almost like a Middle Ages setting.
Yeah.
And her desire, literally, the full title is Descendants of a Bookworm. I'll do anything to become a librarian.
Yeah.
And she's transported into a world that does not have books. So basically, the whole initial setup is basically her learning to read the new language and then trying to figure out and make the materials to make books to try and get into this. The problem is that this world's also magical, and then things take some interesting turns. Like she joins a church. She actually learns about magic. She tries to open her own business. I won't go into too much spoilers at the moment because this is season 3. The first 2 seasons are available on Crunchyroll.
They'll like you. They'll like you, Chris. They'll like you.
Yeah. But it is a legitimately very good isekai series, and I do highly recommend it. I hope to cosplay as one of the main male characters, Ferdinand, sometime this year.
Cool.
But if you like a more non-standard isekai series, because she's not an overpowered character, she's actually a very sickly girl, although there is a reason for that. And I do highly recommend that.
Yeah. That actually sounds like something you'd enjoy, Rebecca.
Yeah, I haven't really watched that much anime lately, but probably just like binge some stuff at some point.
Yeah, I think that should go on.
Hopefully the new Crunchyroll app.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping we get stuff that can actually embed into stuff, because that's the problem with the app at the moment.
Yeah.
Because like if I want to multitask doing something, wearing down my battery, I'd like to actually be able to do that, like watch and do something else at the same time.
Oh yeah, I was doing that earlier. I was watching Snow White and the Red Hare on my app and whilst doing yoga. So yeah, multitasking. Yeah,
no, I like doing that sometimes. Sometimes when I'm editing, I like to put a show on or put some music videos on. Any other series you're looking forward to, Rebecca? Because you're normally always the one who has loads to look forward to.
I don't know. I'll probably bitch about Madoka Gaiden.
Oh yeah, you don't like. Chris, welcome to the channel. There's a running gag that we will bitch about all the Madoka like spin-offs because we love Madoka so much that we can't accept that there's more
spin-offs.
We like have a little shrine to the original.
New things. Wait, this is new. I don't like you.
You know, literally, I have a running gag where I will bitch about how much I hate the 3rd movie because I feel like it just destroys the entire spirit of the original show with its ending.
You did say this is only an hour long, right? This may take longer than that.
No, that's what I'm saying. You let me rant about Madoka Movie 3. This will go on for an hour. So please stop me.
I will not let you rant about that I've already forgotten about because I'm trying not to remind you of it.
Yeah. Thank you, Chris.
Thankfully, it's only 4 episodes.
Oh God! Thank God they have feed us. I mean, I guess if you like it, power to you. I know people who like the third Madoka movie.
They'd probably be busy with that Ruby anime.
Yeah. So
of course, that got announced.
Oh yes, they're making a Ruby anime, aren't they?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I remember Ruby first came out, and I actually enjoyed it. I think one of those things this is a true story. At Comic-Con years ago, I was never into Rooster Teeth, but my future brother-in-law was, and well, he still is. And it was funny because Rooster Teeth came to MCM, but what happened was all their stock got held in customs. And so they had nothing on their stall, so nobody was coming over to their stall. And as I said, Michael was a really big like Rooster Teeth, and he actually had bought the DVD with him to sign, and he like really sort of went over to there, and he's like, "Oh my God, I love you so much, you guys," and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much." Like, we're kind of down because all our stock got taken away from us, and we got like, and it's just so weird to think how big those guys are now. And literally, were
they're not
as big. But it's wild. We had a good 20-minute like conversation with them. Nobody else came over, and like later Comic-Cons, how nuts their stall would get. Like, I don't think I've ever seen any other stall get that nuts at MCM, and it was just wild to think. Like, the first time we came, we had a 20-minute conversation with them, and they actually seem really cool people. I think Monty was there, so actually I got to meet the creator of Ruby. So sadly, unfortunately,
this Ruby anime is actually based on the slightly based on the manga.
Yeah,
and the manga is known to be better written than the actual TV show. So
I think one of those things it is. I'm always going to be a bit bitter at Rooster Teeth for what they did to Screw Attack. I know I'm just a bitter old Screw Attack fan, but it was like I wanted to do the Thanos meme where he's like, "This was my home," and you just sort of see Death Battle, and it turns back into Screw Attack website. It was beautiful, and then Rooster Teeth came along and made it a Death Battle channel. I know people like Death Battle. I know
the Fire Nation. I mean, the Rooster Teeth.
The Rooster Teeth Nation attacks. I know Chris likes the Death Battles, and actually, no, I have no.
Oh, okay. Hit and miss nowadays. Although I did really like Titanima vs. Popeye 1. Yeah, that was really good.
But as I said,
I think we need to talk about something else now.
Yeah.
Change routine.
There's one thing I did want to talk about is an anime. This is going to be quite an interesting anime. I know it's not the only one. Is Summertime Render. I believe this is going to be on the Disney Plus app.
Oh yes, I did hear about that. Yeah, they are going to do some anime stuff on Disney Plus. I
think they've got Black Rock Shooter as well. I'm not sure on that.
Yeah, I just was about to say the Black Rock Shooter anime that is coming out is also going to be on the Disney Plus app. That's why I'm more interested to see how this anime goes. I did look at this.
I mean, the Disney's Twisted Wonderland caught my eye immediately when I read about that. So.
Yeah, that was more the one. Yeah. When I thought Disney, I thought they would have more made anime of their IP, pre-existing IP. So it was kind of weird when they were like, "Yeah, we've randomly got Black Rock Shooter, and we've randomly got this summer." I mean, it looks good, but am I like, is the market going to be there? Is it going to be like not? I mean, there is Disney fans out there. There's people who don't like Disney, so I'm a bit like, will people be like who like anime have? I'm gonna say I potentially see this show potentially maybe get a bit buried because of that. What's happened with some other apps, when Amazon started getting anime, and even sometimes Netflix has got stuff. I've seen some releases get a bit buried because people are just a bit like, it's not on Crunchyroll, I'm not going to watch it. So it'll be interesting. This is going to be so I guess really this show's got to hit the ground running if it's going to get viewers in the thing. If it's going to be a Disney Plus seller, and of course the other one being Black Rock Shooter. How many Black Rock shooters have there been? I remember that original OVA and then promoted.
OVA,
yeah,
8-episode series,
yeah,
and now this one.
Yeah, I was about to say Spider's only. I remember the OVA being interesting, but I never saw the series afterwards. So
yeah, I think I saw the OVA, didn't see the
series. Right, I think that's mostly what we. Was there anything? Anyone? I'm going to go to the movies next, and I guess there's one thing we do need to talk about. Quite a big series. Yes, we got the second series of Kaganago. That, of course, will now feature the characters from Angel Beats, so I'm looking forward to that. I haven't seen the whole first season, but from what I've seen of the first, being a humongous Key fan, and Chris also being a humongous Key fan, that's really good.
It's really funny.
I guess a big one, and I know Rebecca's looking forward to this, Tiger and Bunny 2.
Yeah, this might get buried on Netflix. I just hope this is good.
I mean, how long are you waiting for Tiger and Bunny 2?
11 years.
I'm kind of shocked they're making it and not rebooting it altogether.
It's still got a huge audience.
I know it does. I remember when they recently did like a most popular anime and Tiger and Bunny was ranked at the top because I think its fan base just voted for it everywhere. Along with Love Life. It's weird because this show was like huge when it came out and then the movie came out and then it kind of sort of went into the background and nobody's ever really talked about it. So it's interesting after all this time.
Giving it a re-release.
Yeah, it's just weird that it's like all of a sudden there it is, season 2.
Come on, Keith Senpai, we believe in you. Give us a nice swanky box.
I know because the first series I think had a really over here. I think the DVDs are quite hard to find.
Yes.
And they're really expensive. So that'll be interesting to see. I have a feeling Keith Lot will be on. Just checking if there's any other good online. Ultraman. I like Ultraman.
Oh, is that the one that was on Netflix?
Yeah. That's the second. This is all. It's weird that now you don't have OVAs, you have ONAs, like online only anime. It's weird that how like the landscape changes over all these years. We've got like Ghost in the Shell season 2.
That one was not good. Apparently that got us slating. Why have we got into that?
It does not look good. The one poster, they got one picture and it does. It gives Berserk. I mean, that anime that never existed looks. Then we actually got OVAs. They still exist. OVAs still exist, people. And let's play.
I'm surprised they haven't put like standalone Complex on a streaming service.
Yeah,
because that was good.
Right, so let's look at the movies.
Oh, there's another surprise thing.
What's that?
I've got a bastard ONA on Netflix, which is going to be interesting because that manga's another one. Yeah, that is a blast in the past.
I think I remember like seeing a DVD of that on a shelf and going, that anime has a really rude name. And I don't think I've ever seen it the first time since I've come back to it. Yeah, it looks. I mean, with a name like that, it's got to be a really risky series. It's not going to be.
I think it was quite an old series. So I might have to give that a little look.
Originally, I think the manga was early 90s or late 80s. And anime, the OVA was early 90s, I think 92.
Yeah, that's
I'm trying to remember. The only thing I think to remember is that they used a lot of tat names named after like rock music and things like that.
So I guess a bit like JoJo.
I think it's called. They named the kingdom nearly after Metallica. I think it's called Metallicana or something like that. So it's weird. It's like early 90s anime weird type of thing.
Yeah.
So I'll probably like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I could see that. I mean, stuff like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure doing extremely well. I think that could be a
Broadway next part 6.
Like, because it's coming out in the fall. It's flipping coming out like in 2 seasons' time. It's so annoying. Okay,
I know, right?
So I'm going to do a quick movie round, and we're going to play a round of will they release this in UK cinemas? Of course, we got the 5 Choplets movie. I'd say that's a maybe. If they're short,
it's probably like a very limited run in that.
Limited run. Ikikai Quartet.
I don't think the quintuplets is as popular in the UK.
Yeah,
that's definitely more popular in the US, but I've never heard that much love for it in the UK.
Yeah, okay, so that'll be interesting. This would be an interesting one to see, though, because they have actually released one of the franchises that had a movie. Ikigai Quartet the movie. Be interesting to see, because
that would be a great movie group watch.
Yeah, who knows? I could see that potentially, as they did release the Konosuba movie over here for one night only. This next one's definitely getting a cinema release. I don't think it's been announced yet.
No, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be that date because the recent Toei hack.
Oh yes, I think it's a Toei hack. Is going to push.
Yeah, the Toei hack has screwed over a lot of Toei anime.
Rebecca.
Precure, Digimon Ghost Game. So I think this is undetermined.
Yeah, undetermined.
Basically, someone's totally locked the files.
Yeah.
TBD.
Dragon Ball Super superhero. Yeah, that's definitely getting a UK cinema release. They'll be mad. And before you say, oh yes, you do know that Battle of the Gods never received a cinema release. That shows you how recent anime cinema releases are. Battle of the Gods skipped cinemas. Only Ever Resurrection F and the previous one, the Brody movie, got cinema releases. Odd Taxi the movie in the woods.
I probably don't think widescreen cinema, but probably film
maybe
festival.
Yeah. I could see
that being a full film festival one, like down the Mockingbird in Birmingham, that type of thing.
Yeah, I want to see. I need to see the series. The series is very well received.
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like, I know it's not old, but it's basically almost like a cult classic type series. Like it's not a huge fan favorite, but those who like it.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yes.
Because it's this really weird premise, and basically the anthropomorphic idea is going to get people involved as well. Because it's just interesting.
In other words,
I don't think that'd be like a big cinema release, but I could see that being an independent one.
Yeah. 3 movie 5. I presume that the others are all recap movies, so that will.
I think I can see this as something small release, not too big.
Teasing Kagame-san the movie.
Film festival.
Oh, this is the movie that's 100% never coming out. Recycle a penguin.
It is coming out.
I know it's coming out.
I really hope we get this.
Because I know Rebecca has, because you bought the box set.
I bought the box set at Minamicon.
She bought the box set, and she made sure everyone knew she bought the box set, and said that everyone should go and buy the box set themselves. And I'm like, I already got the manga release, thank you very much. Wow,
but I double dipped.
No, it's okay. I mean, I bought Planetes, and I already had the original Bees release, but I wanted it because I really like it. There is just some shows like that you will go and buy. I
really hope we get this. Otherwise, I will step into Angelin's offices and demand it.
I feel that maybe with Film Festival. The only thing with this is it is a recap movie, and they don't like releasing recap movies. Right?
It's got new bits in it.
Yeah, but it's mostly recap. There's a new character in it. I saw the new character.
It's 10 plus years old, so
people are going to forget about it. There's one. There's actually one movie here. So we got, was it Euro? I'm not sure. Detective Conan. We can forget about that getting released over here. This is. If you saw Epic Failures of Anime this year at Minamicon, they kind of went over this. Mobile Suit Gundam, Kokoro's Don's Island, based on the notorious 15th episode of the original Gundam series. I've been wanting them to remake the original Gundam for years. And it's weird that they're remaking the flipping worst episode. Or literally, this episode has literally been taken out of like the thing because of reasons. And we don't know those reasons. But most of them is because apparently they didn't like the animation. And the animation is really bad in this episode. But they're just making a movie of this one damn episode. So I would like to see that get a release over here. I doubt it, but it's just nice to, I guess, see...
Probably a film festival special.
Film festival. But I would like to see that. I mean, that would be my... I know it's not going to happen, but that's at the film festival. I do want to see that Gundam movie. It just sounds such a... I mean, it's more... I think someone's doing it to piss off the original creator. Because he's just notoriously come out and said how much he's hated this one episode. Was it Tuku?
Rambers.
That's
probably not a release.
Probably not.
Here.
Probably not a release. Togumi Amago Nanakala. I mean, that's a standalone movie, so that potentially could be something we see. Here's a film we definitely won't get: Shin-Chan movie 30. I would like to get Shin-Chan movies over here. We did get a dub of it, a very good dub of it back in the day. We didn't get the Funimation dub, but we got a better dub. So unfortunately, our Shin-Chan,
which you may or may not have mentioned in one of your panels.
It may have actually started the whole reason I did that panel. And the last one that I could potentially see maybe coming out, Idol Boot Show movie. Is that actually based on something? Is that actually a pre-existing franchise? Being an anime boomer here, I'm just like I'm like asking the. No one knows. No one knows if it's a franchise already.
Tim,
Yeah.
we're all anime boomers here.
Anime boomers. We're just we rename the anime boomer hour. We're just all sitting here going, "Oh, back in my
it's not one I recognise. Is the
yeah. Right. So that is our look at the spring season and some interesting things. I think it could be interesting. I want to see how Disney Plus goes. I want to see how Crunchyroll deals with this. Of course, Funimation is dead and they're not going to be getting anything this season. So remember, people, to unsubscribe to Funimation because you're not going to get any new anime on there. Right, shall we head on to our final subject today? Which is one of the reasons we brought Christopher on the show.
Dragon kicking and screaming, of course.
Dragon kicking and screaming. No, Chris, you wanted to be on this show. You said very thing. We were talking about the anime convention, Minamicon. Yay! I can't believe it was 2 weeks ago since we were actually.
Indeed, we would have been at the Kotatsu Lounge at this point. I think.
Yeah. As I said, it's been 2 weeks since we returned to the longest running anime convention in all of Europe, Minamicon. All three of us had events. All three of us cosplayed. And two of us entered the masquerade.
Yep.
And one of us sat and watched.
And one of us filmed it.
And one of us were watching it, playing Match of the Day and commenting what he thought. As you know, I would say that was actually, guys, that was a real joy to watch that masquerade. As I said, it was really, really good. Everyone put a really good show in.
I think on behalf of Rebecca as well, is that because it was actually smaller, because this was like the first masquerade, not including, like, say, Tokonatsu, that really was happening as a convention. It was a lot smaller than masquerades that we've all been entered them in the past as well. And it was a lot more chilled. I mean, my experience, for example, was that I was literally last. I was last in the masquerade, not including Tab. Dr. Megman, for those who've seen the
clips on here. The clips on.
But it was really weird because basically there was a moment just before I went on stage, before I put my dice set on, and I realised, I just looked behind me and there was nobody, and I realised I'm last. I've got to try and build up after all these skits and things like that, and try and finish it off before Tab and Keith steal the show. And I was like, okay, and I've been doing this for a long time. This is year 19 for conventions for me, just in case you don't know. And it was like, I still get the nerves. I don't know if you felt the same, Rebecca, but I was really nervous.
I got the nerves. But it's like, apparently a lot of the big groups had postponed till next year because of the theming.
Did people want to do a lot of detective themes? Because you were lucky because you did Amelia Watson, who of course is a detective in the original
time travels.
And then they changed the theme to time travel. And you're like, wait, it's a detective that time travels is like her other big thing. So you were so lucky that you kind of got rethemed and you had your cosplay all planned out, and then it was like, wait a second, she fits into both themes. That was really good. There were some really lovely cosplays. Actually, I'm on Nert's website, Many Lemons. Really strongly recommend it. He has absolutely amazing photos. Oh God, the Tentacle cosplay.
That was little Samu, I think. She's a veteran cosplayer who always speaks to me after the masquerade.
She's lovely.
She's lovely.
I have a really sweet and funny story about her. I'm not sure if you guys heard this. So when Rebecca was running her panel, I had to run up and get the get the tablet because Rebecca left the tablet. And literally, we were already a minute behind. So I'm literally legging it. It's like I'm like a rugby player charging through everyone with my like. Instead of the ball, I had the tablet in my arm. And she literally caught me out. And I hadn't seen her for 2 years. And she's like, "Oh, Tim, great to see you again." And I'm literally sort of charging down. And then I'm like, "I'm so sorry." And just like ran straight past that. And then I was like, "No, I have to." And sort of put my head back. And I literally, I have to get this tablet to a panel that's starting right now. I'm not being rude. Honest to God, I will find you later and catch up. And she was just like, "Oh, Tim, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have to explain to me." And she's just so nice. And I finally caught up with her later, and I did joke. I know she wasn't angry at me. She wasn't angry. So I guess we got to talk about our panels. I guess we'll start in order. We'll first start with Rebecca, who did the VTuber panel.
Yeah, that was that filled out.
We really were shocked about that. You were in one of the smaller rooms, and you were supposed to be in the smallest room. They moved you up to a bigger room.
Yeah, I was originally going to be in event room 5, but I got moved up about a couple weeks before the convention to 3.
Yeah,
and we filled the room about a couple of minutes. So
yeah. Literally, as I said, when I came back to tablet, literally someone, I think I'd sort of put stuff near a chair and someone already filled the chair. So I had to sort of sit on the floor like a hobo.
You did.
I did record the panel, so if anyone wants to catch it. I
think that's got quite a lot of views on YouTube.
Yeah, people I think have been quite impressed. I honestly got a lot of people, a lot of feedback. I know you got, but when I was talking to people actually did randomly bring it up a few times, saying they really did enjoy the VTuber panel. One thing you got was actually even from our Lord and Savior Milo, who may have been there this weekend or last 3 weekends ago.
Yeah, Milo was actually at the VTuber panel finding lightning.
Yeah, he said that was his in his review. He said enlightening, and Milo did not go to any of my panels. Because he knows I am light entertainment, and Milo does not enjoy light entertainment.
So I'm probably going to be doing more panels in the future, but I can definitely expand on this for next time. Hopefully get a bit more space for people to come in.
Yeah, I did get a good chat with Mike, and he actually did say he was extremely impressed with your handling with it, especially when things got held up a bit. He said you did very well. And he was actually really impressed. So hopefully you'll be in a bigger room next time, and we can have more seats, and everyone can have a nice seat and really enjoyed it. But it was just nice.
That's one of the themes. Sorry to interrupt, but that's one of the things in general that almost all the panel rooms were filled, and the ones that got the smaller ones had to turn so many people away. That especially with the artist star panels, art panels as well. They got turned away so many times that I think one of the biggest feedback things is that the art panels and rooms in general need to be bigger if we can do that. I know it's going to be hard because they only have really 2 big rooms, really, not including the dealer's room.
Yeah, because the dealer's room is out of use from after Friday. I've been in the dealer's
Friday
room.
Only, yeah.
The one time I've run a panel that I could actually fit anyone in is when they put me in the dealer's room. And they've only ever put me in the dealer's room once.
That was your ad panel in 2020 before the pandemic hit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was in there, and that was like the one time I comfortably fit everyone. Every other time I'd flip into a panel, it always ends up. Even when we did the panel together, we were in room 4, and it just filled up.
Remember the Kiobani panel we co-hosted a couple of years ago?
That was just nuts. Of course, then we had the opening party that was hosted by the ever wonderful Tubbs, who you may also remember from our Tokonatsu videos. I made a fool of myself on stage.
Yeah, you sure did, Tim.
They wouldn't let me.
I gave you a yelling afterwards.
You did, and we cleaned up in the Ikambuji. Rebecca won.
Well, I did. You didn't.
I don't want a big figure.
One of you had a first try. One of you did not.
I got something good on my third try. I got Fire Daddy in my third try.
You bought 5. You took 3 tickets to get a fraction of what I got in 1.
It started to sound like Invincible, where he's like, "You only have a fraction of my power. Think, Tim, think.
Oh, great! We're gonna have to do that one.
Yeah, someone's got to make a meme about you beating me up. You go, think, Tim, think.
Well, I'm sure she'll be convinced easily.
Yeah, yeah. So that was really nice. The waffle. Chris, did you try the waffle?
I did indeed try the waffle. Yeah, I wasn't actually at the opening ceremony that long. I was only there for like half an hour. I mingled a bit, but I think if I remember, I just went back because I missed the food, which I've been told wasn't that good anyway. So I had to go back and grab something to eat. But I did have the waffle and the candy floss shaved ice, which was always very nice.
The waffle.
And the waffle was very good.
The waffle was amazing. Waffle was like
bring back the waffle.
That was.
According to one of my friends, apparently the waffle at the convention was better than the waffle they had at the dessert place a bit later on in a few days. So, the ones were actually paid to do it properly. So yeah.
I had white chocolate waffle, and it was, oh my god, it was just, I don't know why.
I did as well, yeah.
I had white chocolate with sprinkles, because sprinkles make everything better.
No, it was just, everyone is talking about these waffles. Like everyone, it was like, I think my first ever Amicon, we had these chicken dippers, and they were like the best chicken dippers ever. It was me and my sister went on about these like chicken dippers, and then the next Amicon, the place had like been knocked down, and we were so disappointed. It's just weird, like what happens. People, there'll be this one food item, you're like, that's the best. So please,
there was candy floss as well. The one I remember everyone was going for that. Yeah.
No, I forgot about the popcorn and the candy floss. I was like, I'm just gonna eat waffle. I'm just gonna.
That's old tat.
Waffle. Waffle. And then of course, after that we did a little bit of karaoke, and then we had my panel, my commercial fun time panel, which Rebecca helped co-host. She was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun doing it.
I just yelled at Tim and danced.
He was a bit. We are a bit. That was a bit of a wild panel. I'm probably not doing that one again next year. I do actually have another idea for a panel, but I had a nice touching tribute to my grandfather, which unfortunately
that was nice. Yes,
that had unfortunately lost.
Sweet. I was going to argue in a panel. People were going to get ideas.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, I was like,
I was about the story behind the Werther's Originals gag. So
I think I was almost like, hey, it's kind of come full circle. I think I've done all like the material. I mean. I'll give it a few years rest, but I do have another idea of something I do want to touch upon. And when we get to my next panel, you may understand maybe why. Some of the reasons I may want to do some new ideas, because spoiler, my new panel was extremely successful. But before we can get onto that, we must talk about another successful panel, which was right after my panel. And I was so tired, I sort of collapsed on the front and went, I'm just going to watch what was ever in this room next, which was Chris's panel. Yay!
Yeah, so every year I tend to do like at least one informative panel. My usual bread and butter is I have a panel I usually do called the A to Z panel, but I kind of done that twice and I'm running out of material.
Yeah.
But then I realized that the anime I was rewatching just randomly as a manga Dio, and I realized that the anime was actually 20 years old this year. I know the manga was actually back in 98, but the anime was like 2002.
Yeah.
And I realised just how good this still holds up for the most part.
Yeah,
for the most part. But yeah, just as you know what, can I do a panel on this? And it turns out, yes, I can.
You actually did.
I had to cut. Unfortunately, I couldn't cut. I had to cut like the clips and the and the time. Because the funny story was that I submitted it and I got rejected initially.
Yeah.
Because I submitted it quite late, because it was literally a last minute idea.
Yeah.
And then I got a message from Mike and saying, "Chris, we've had someone drop out.
Yeah.
Would you like an hour slot? An hour? I think I could do an hour. Yeah, I want maybe an hour and a half. So, great. What time is it? 11 p.m. Friday.
What?
For a cute fluffy panel, people might be thinking the wrong idea that this is an 11 p.m. panel.
Yeah.
But no. And again, I was really surprised with the turn. I even joked at the panel. Well, I did two things. One, welcome to the panel. And two, why the hell are you here? Is the bar closed?
It was.
I was. I was thinking, that's why everyone was there.
I pretty much made a similar sort of joke in my panel, not about the bar, but it's like it was pretty much welcome all you humans, and the second like, oh fuck.
I
was
like that with my first ever panel. I did a Super Sentai panel. I was like, no one's ever going to come to this. So I could just go, oh Tim, you tried. And like the room just filled out. And I went, oh fuck, people actually want to.
I'm gonna make you feel real old, Tim. Do you know what my first panel was that I hosted? It was it was in 2004, at Amicon, and it was a fan fiction panel.
I wish we had a video of that.
It's so cringeworthy.
I bet it is. I think my first panel actually does have video, and I don't think it's that particularly good. But I think sometimes the thing with cringe is it's kind of you've grown up. Sometimes it is actually. Sometimes you can look at your cringe and be like, "Yeah, I grew as a person." It's
or you can own that cringe.
Yeah, just own the cringe. As you said, people, you gotta understand, and that's anyone out there who's thinking of starting to do panels and stuff. You gotta remember.
I helped Nikki with the werewolf panel, and also kind of helped Dave with Name That Tune as well.
Yeah.
Ish, and there was what else did I do? I'm sure I helped. Oh yeah, of course. Actually, as well on Saturday night.
Yeah.
I was the co-host for that panel as well. That's unfortunately when I had my anxiety attack as well. I didn't know.
Yeah.
But I recovered. We managed to finish off the panel. Phil kept it going throughout, and so panels went down all right. I have an idea what to do for next year.
Yeah.
Probably another edutainment panel type of thing. Yeah. And then I don't know if I'll do another quiz of some sort. I may not do them actually, because like I said, I was a bit worried about that happening again.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay.
I think people want my panel back.
Yeah, I think.
And now that I've got more content for it.
Yeah, I mean, just the last couple of days. I mean, you got enough from the whole IN Gen 3 starting up, and of course the HoloLive Expo.
It's like I had the same problem with Chris. It's like I was going to put more clips in, but it's just if I fill the panel with clips, it will just be
clips.
It would be it will take up time.
Yeah.
And B, it's just like it's probably not got much put into it.
Yeah.
And I like to actually learn something at my panels.
See, I put clips into mine so people don't realise how untalented I am. No, nice. I do.
That's my job, Tim.
I do try to put context into. I think I show clips for context. I do try to. Right, so then that moved on to Saturday. I got up early for the bring and buy. I got some lovely stuff, including one of the Ikambuji figures for only 15 quid. So I was happy with that. So it shows you can buy a victory. And
sounds familiar.
That sounds about right. Well, that's like the hotel situation.
Oh God, yeah, the whole hotel situation, that was bad. Unfortunately, there was a situation that rooms were unavailable due to a reason, and literally a lot of people.
A legitimately good reason.
No, legitimately good reason. We're not moaning. We should say that we're not moaning. I don't think we'll go into detail what the reason was. We're going to keep that a bit private. But literally, it meant that unfortunately people who had paid to go in that hotel weren't in that hotel, and I think they did it by how much people were paying, and lucky for us,
and if they're members or
not. And so lucky for us, Rebecca was a member and had paid, I think, slightly more than other people. So we were not evicted, but we were getting worried that I spent the whole train ride going, "Oh God, we're going to get evicted! We're going to get evicted! We're going to get evicted!" And so when the guy came up and gave us our key. And lovely hotel, absolutely gorgeous pool. We all went in the pool.
Yeah.
I went twice. It was lovely way to start your con.
I had it all to myself on the Saturday. It was great.
Yeah, because I didn't go in the Saturday because I had to.
And because you're a loser, went to Bring and Buy.
I went to the Bring and Buy. I almost went down for the pool, but I had to wait an extra hour for them to find the key, so they put my name on the list. And then,
that was almost like when he went to McDonald's and they didn't give you a breakfast sandwich.
You I had to march back down there, and it's like that meme, was it? Where it's like, he didn't get his sandwich, but I was like, no, wait, I'm the only one here. I'm going to have to do it. And like, I didn't get my sandwich. Are you expecting me just to eat a hash brown? No, they found my sandwich very fast. I was firm, but I didn't go full Karen on them. And Bring and Buy had some actually top-notch stuff. Also, Dealer's Room did. It was nice to see Anime Limited back at a convention. I think a lot of people were very happy. I picked up the Violet Evergarden, one of the movies, special edition, and Planet Test, which is one of my all-time favourite animes ever, special edition. And and as I said, lots of stuff from the Bring and Buy. Then did some photos with the Dragon Ball group, which Chris was part of. He was Mr.
Yes, I cosplayed as Mr. Satan, and Tim was looking a little dead.
I was Yansha.
He looked like he was going to do like an 80s workout video.
Oh my god, that wig was terrible. I can get the photo.
Next time, buy a better.
I did this really last minute, and I just went cheap on the wig. I'm actually hoping you
don't go cheap on the wig.
Don't go cheap on the wig. Just kids, why don't go? Let's look at my horrible wig. We're just getting it up on Many Lemons, which, as I say again, is an absolutely amazing website. Lots of, as I said, Nert normally runs a photography room, and there I am. Let's look at my wig. Oh god!
I hope you bin that afterwards.
I did. I put that straight in the bin. But the costume was cool. Everyone said the costume was cool. But
hope you wear that again at some point with a non-shit wig.
With a non-shit wig, and I got some new pants because the pants rips.
I'll find you one for your birthday, Tim. I'll try and find a Yamcha wig for you.
Yeah, thank you. That's why I'm going to make a nice proper Yamcha wig because he has like fluffy hair and stuff. Right, and then I try to remember what else.
He took some pictures of me. I think we got the Yamcha rug out.
Yeah, we did
my costume, and I scared the.
Oh god, you scared the poor manager. The manager came over and thought he was like, "She need an ambulance." This manager's really lovely, I must add. He goes above and beyond, but bless his little heart, he thought Rebecca it was about to call an ambulance. He'd be like, "No, we're doing it as a joke. Don't worry about it." He's an absolutely lovely guy. So listening, hotel manager, you're absolutely an absolute hero. Just the poor wife is just like, oh no, this poor girl's dying. I like the fact she's on the rug. It's like, can't you see? She's like on a set. I don't know. We explained to him. We just explained we were. So that was a funny photography moment. I'm trying to remember because I did go to Harriet's panel. That was fun. I almost came third on the audience. I lost it on the last question. I totally forgot. Oh, what was it? There was something I'd seen, and I totally forgot the name of something, and I was like, oh well, can't win them all. I got very near. What else happened?
I know. Saturday I was at the Disney quiz. I remember that.
I didn't get to the Disney quiz.
Yeah.
Was it any
good? Which I was actually happy about, considering one team had Holly in it, the other team had Sarah in it, so I think we were screwed either way. So
they know a lot about Disney.
It's like I think the panel before, like the
Weeks panel happened. I know that was before it.
I was meant to see
because that overrun, and we had to do the masquerade briefing.
That's
in the corridor.
Yeah, because I was there as well.
And
what else was there? There was a villain panel. I went to that. I went to the villain panel, which is hosted by Ness Proxy Cosplay.
That's cool.
It was very good. That's what I remember before the masquerade. That was kind of like the main thing.
Yeah, and then of course the masquerade where I was watching. Rebecca did a wonderful Amelia Watson and had the small Watson, who lives at my house now. Who's right behind
me. We had to keep her under control. It's like there was some, like the first time I walked in, there was somebody cosplaying Deku's mum from My Hero Academia. Had to keep Watson away from her.
Because Mia Watson likes her mums, and of course, so as I said before, absolutely wonderful masquerade. Chris did a wonderful performance, and everyone got awards. That was nice. So I was both to see you guys get awards, and there was a few people who I've seen enter for years and sadly never got anything. So it was really nice to see them get something. People like Harriet, she was really thrilled with it. And it's funny because Rebecca got the last award, which she did try to give to poor Keith. And
I was going to give Keith. I was going to get Keith hold small armor, but I don't think he'd like that.
No, I don't think he would like small armor.
My brother's actually really nice. I actually swapped with Sarah, but I got a reincarnated as a slime mini flask.
Oh, nice.
Which is currently being used for work purposes, so it's actually quite useful.
Yeah. No, guess what Rebecca got? And we laughed so hard. She got the absolute last present on the table.
I actually got some little Spy X Family tote bags, which is going to be very handy for cons coming up.
Yeah, which is weird because she has just gone on and on about Spy X Family. And
to the point of actually might be making a Spy X Family cosplay soon because I have read the manga.
And I said random prize, and it was flipping a Spy X Family piece of merchandise. I'm like, wow, Rebecca, it's like this show you've been non-stop going on about. What were the odds of that? Of it being the last thing left? Of course, it's random, and so I was like, oh, that's just worked out perfectly. You're definitely going to find a good use to them. And then I went to Epic Failures of Anime because that's like my favorite panel because it just talks about horrible anime. Also on the channel if you get a chance to check it out. And that was good watching. And I just spent the rest of the night in the karaoke room singing songs from Evangelion and getting denied singing Stand By Me. Don't worry.
I sung lots of JoJo's though.
Yeah, you sung JoJo's. No, it was just really nice to. There's some of the Evangelion songs I hadn't been able to do before, and I got to sing the new movie ending, so that was really cool. And that was really nice. And then we had a chill chat after karaoke, and then I retired to my room, and it was really nice. And then we had Sunday. Of course, we had a lovely time in the pool with our friends. And,
I was there. Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, Chris was there. Rebecca was there. I was there. And 2 of our friends were there. It was just us 5 in the pool, just chilling, relaxing. And then we practically went straight into my panel, which was Lost Media. And I was really just expecting it. It was on quite early in the morning. I think it was like 11:30 or 12:30.
It was 11.
And I was like, nah, this Lost Media, it's just like my little niche. I don't think anyone's going to give a damn that there was once a JoJo anime that never came out, or that there was an Azumanga Dai dub. I forgot to actually put in the panel about the Lost Azumanga Dai English dub that they made in 2012, even though a perfectly good one was made about 10 years earlier. But yeah, it was just like, I filled out the room. And I was really shocked. And everybody, I also receiving so much good praise for the Lost Media panel. Of course, I showed Doozy Bots. Everyone's Bots, which was a horrible attempt at remaking Gundam for an American audience in the early 90s. To sell Gundam toys. Actually, I had some nice chats to a few people about things. I think there was one guy there who put up the Lum dub, British dub, and he was really worried it's going to get taken down when the new series comes. So I was talking to him about archive.com and saying put it there, because there it will be able to stay a lot easier. I guess even if you do just have to take the video out and keep the audio, hopefully they won't mind so much as you're not essentially now not dealing with anything that's copyrighted. You're just dealing with a dub of something that will never ever see the light of day again. That was just really nice and interesting. And trying to think what else happened.
Did we do the cosplay cafe?
Oh, the cosplay cafe, that was fun. And I still need to send Rob. You still need to send Rob his little thing. Oh yeah, we even did an Among Us group on Friday. I don't even forgot about the Among Us group. That was so cool.
Oh, I forgot about that. That was my fault as well.
No, it's okay, Chris. It's like so much happened at Minamicon. It's like, and I think that's just the thing. I think it is the coming together of, and I mean, I will admit there is people like Chris, of course, who have been doing this a long time. I know I've kind of been doing more light entertainment stuff, but I felt this was the year where a lot of people stepped up and produced, who've been watching stuff for years and actually finally got to produce their own things. And there was a lot of very well produced panels, I felt.
Well, on Sunday was pretty much my panel day because I went to the Noodle panel. That was really good. Yeah. I went to the intellectual Yuri panel. It's hot. No, it was actually really intelligent, really informative. It was one of the better panels I've seen like that. Yeah. I also did and then there was Pointless was the other thing that happened afterwards. Yeah. I had to ditch early because food. Yeah. But I did go for one round, which is okay at. I was up against Dave and Lai though, so I was kind of screwed. Yeah, it was pretty good though. It was really good. But yeah, then food happened. But yeah, Sunday was I went to all the panels day and then sang lots of retro songs in the Retro-oki.
Retro-oki was a lot of fun as well.
Retro-oki was great.
I do Retro-oki a bit more now, actually. I think.
Yeah,
just the old cartoon songs.
Yeah, it's hard singing Japanese songs. I was listening to me singing Japanese songs, and I've actually gotten slightly better. I mean, I'm not good. I just got slightly better.
I'm probably just too fucking drunk to care.
I know. You just spout out JoJo songs. You're just like, you're just. But yeah, no, it was just really nice.
Well, I sprung out the Weird Al Yankovic Pokemon
Oh
song from
god,
the
that
second.
I tried to forget that even existed. You get revenge for me for Doozy Bots. And yeah, no, that was just that was really nice. Yeah, overall I thought a really lovely convention. It was just really nice to be back with all you guys. I have missed you all quite a lot, and as I'm saying, it was lovely to get lots of wonderful feedback about this channel. I do hope we can do more for the community. I think that is definitely one thing.
You need to do those bloody business cards, Tim.
Well, I got you a guest. I got you a guest on the show, Rebecca. We can now work on the business card. I actually may draw some things up tomorrow.
Including Congo, Christopher Esquire on the stage.
But yeah, no, it was just really lovely to be back there. Just to say, people, if you've not gone to Minamicon, please give it a consideration. I know it's probably not everyone's cup of tea, but there's some really interesting stuff there. I've definitely called it the Thinking Man's convention.
It's a country club, we call it.
Yeah, I know it's a bit.
If you want maybe do you have one about VTubers in the country club? Come to Minamicon.
I will say, if you're into like party events, this is probably not the convention for you.
No.
But if you're into just doing stuff, this is definitely a con for you.
Yeah, you want to have discussions about anime and like things. And it's like, we understand that people just enjoy animes and probably don't want to overly like think about what anime means and stuff. They just want to have a party. I mean, I'm going to be at KokoroCon next week, and that's going to be more party con. I'm actually quite excited to see what they're actually going to do with that. We will have videos out of that. Me and Chris will be there. So please say hello to us if you do see us.
I'm not attending KokoroCon. It's a bit far for me.
Yeah, Nottingham is a bit of a pain in the backside for even me to get to. So I'm going up for the day. I was originally supposed to be there for 2 days, but my local team is going to Wembley, and it's kind of literally the law that everyone in the town must now go to Wembley on Sunday. So it's just a law I wasn't going to fight them on. So that was a thing. So is there anything else you guys want to add to Minamicon before we wrap up here?
Quick thing.
Yeah.
Where in the Minamicon ranking, would you rank this Minamicon?
I rank it very high, because I do tend to find with Minamicons we'll have one really good Minamicon, and then the next one won't be as good. While I thought the last Minamicon before the pandemic was actually really good. So I did step with caution. I was like, this one wasn't going to be as good. And I think that may have been one of the reasons I sat out the Masquerade. Because I'm just going to put something terrible out in the Masquerade. Because I'm like, ooh. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. I think I enjoyed the one before just a little bit more. And I think there's maybe one or two that I personally enjoyed a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm in that same boat. I will say though, I think for mental purposes, this one's going to rank very highly. Yeah, and because it's the first one in 2 years. Yeah, and a lot of people have not seen in that 2 years. So even though I think convention-wise, there might have been a few Minamis I've enjoyed more. Yeah. For my own mental health, this one's been ranked very high just because it's been a gap.
Yeah, it was a gap. It was. I do joke. I know I'm making myself. It's like I didn't overly feel I did a lot in the plot, but I thought the plot overall, everyone else, like this wasn't a Tim heavy Minamicon, but I the stuff I did was good. It was like I said at one point I thought, oh no, we peaked way too far. We peaked on Friday, but I think it was actually sort of got really good on Friday and stayed practically at the same level all through Saturday and Sunday, which is actually a very hard thing to do, to be good the entire way through. But I think there were just a few other years, but they're more personal reasons.
I mean, the Masquerade reaction is going to be big for me because that was a big one for me. So I was shocked at my reaction, so I was very happy about that.
Yeah, you did really, really well to perform with that head.
It was good. It's like I was just more like, I'm going to do terribly, but. Yeah.
No, you did really well. You helped. You waved the flag for VTubers in this country, and I think people will appreciate that. You've introduced people to help introduce into the UK fandom culture. So that was really good. Yes. Right. So there's nothing else we need to add on that. There's nothing, no last minute.
No, just thanks for inviting me, Tim. I mean, we've already spoke about like an hour and 20 minutes. We've gone longer than I expected.
Yeah, we got. That does happen. We always say we'll be an hour, We always end up being an hour and a half. That's a spoiler. We're always an hour and a half. Now I do.
Team Giblets effect. We definitely our sket's definitely gonna be 2 minutes long.
5 hours later. I really enjoyed having you on. Did you enjoy having Chris on, Rebecca?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, it's really good.
I'm a more pleasant alternative to the Timothy, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. I'm being dictated.
We're hoping to.
Thank you very much. Yes, it was having a blast. Yeah.
Hoping to have.
I think Tim pretty much joked on a Sunday in a Gatatsu lounge where I gave Peach and Choc like, you'd be nice to everyone at this convention apart from me.
Yeah, as you say, maybe get P-Chan on one day. I think I have a potential panelist lined up for the next episode. But Christopher, we'll definitely have you on the show again at some point. You've been absolutely thrilled to have. As I said, we're going to try and get a few people on over time. I do have a list of panelists, and yeah, there's going to be some quite interesting ones. But as you said, we've been Anime UK. If you have enjoyed our content, please give us a subscribe. We are also on social media. We are on Twitter at Anime UK, and of course we are on Instagram at Anime UK 0. Yes, I had to put the 0 at the end because it wouldn't let me just have Anime in the UK. But as I said, it's been absolutely wonderful to be back on this 14th episode. And yes, the second episode of season 2, I guess. So I have really enjoyed it. So it's been wonderful having you, Chris, and it's always been wonderful to have my wonderful co-host, Rebecca. But until next...
Are you sure about that? Because I keep trolling you.
Yes, Rebecca. Even though you told me, I know you deep down inside really do care. Right. So it's been wonderful seeing everyone, and hope to see you again. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.